This video will talk about the Puritan Great Migration, but before we go into specifics, I need to explain a few things. What is migration? Migration is when people move from one place to another. Reasons for migration could be separated into two categories. The push factors are what push you away from a place, and the pull factors are what draw you to it. An example of a push factor would be rising property prices. An example of a pull factor would be improving environment. Voluntary migration is when you want to move. But involuntary migration is when you have to move. For example, when there's a war and you have to escape. Great migrations are migrations that are notable in history. Usually because a large amount of people move. We'll be looking at the Puritan Great Migration. It started around 1629 and ended around 1640. Approximately 20,000 people migrated during that time period. This image shows the Puritans in America, which was their destination of migration. The Puritans were people who were against the King's Church, the Church of England. The Puritans thought that they should only follow rules set by the Bible and not add any extra rules set by the King. Basically, they wanted the church to be simple and pure, so they wrote a petition to the king at the time, King James I. This petition was called the Millenary Petition as it was signed by 1,000 Puritan ministers. King James threatened to persecute the Puritans. Then King Charles became king and he banned the Puritans' writing. The Puritans migrated because their religious opinion was not accepted. Could be seen as a forced migration as they had to escape persecution. If they stayed in England, they might get treated differently from everyone else. But it could also be voluntary, as you could choose whether to be a Puritan. The push factors were their mistreatment in England and that they had to believe in an impure church. The pull factors were that there was no supreme ruler and no set religion in America. A noticeable amount of the people who moved were well-educated people, so England did have to find people to replace their jobs. However, I don't think that the impact was too great. When the Puritans arrived in the New England region of America, the Native Americans were living there. The Puritans felt the need to convert the Native Americans to their religion. A man named John Eliot gave the Native Americans talks. Now I will do a short comparison with another great migration. This is the Vietnam to America migration. They migrated because they were escaping from a war, making it a forced migration. There are several differences between these migrations. One is that they happened during different time periods. The situation in Vietnam was far more terrifying than the situation in England during the Puritan migration. And also, the Puritans and the Vietnamese migrated to different sections of America.